are a lot of comics on my pull list, so I was thinking if I had to narrow it down to 10, if I had to narrow it down to the 10 comics that I most want to be reading right now that are coming out each month, what would I put the on that list? And that's how I came up with this video. And that's what I'm gonna be talking about today because comics are very expensive, and I know not everyone knows what's coming out or keeps up with everything and wants to know what's worth your money, what's worth your time, and that's what I'm gonna be talking about today. I'm gonna be going over the 10 comics that I would read if I could only read 10 comics coming out right now. But real quick, before I get into the list, I just want to say some honorable mentions that didn't make it, but were very close, which would be Absolute Batman, Incredible Hulk slash Infernal Hulk, because it's switching to Infernal Hulk, and Hyde Street. Those are three great comics that narrowly didn't make the list. They're very close. But now let's get into the list. At number 10, we've got Green Lantern from Jeremy Adams and varying artists. Feels like there's different artists on this book all the time, but most artists do a really good job. And I love what Jeremy Adams has been doing with Hal Jordan ever since he took over. When they relaunched this, he's been doing a great job. We just got that Starbreaker arc that just ended. Now we're going into a new arc, and the setup is there's a new page on the Book of Oa, and all it says is Hal Jordan. And that issue was really good that set all that up. So I'm excited to see where it goes from here. We're also going to be getting a team up between Hal Jordan and Oliver Queen. So that's always fun. I'm excited to see what Jeremy Adams does there. And it's been really good. My only criticism of the book, I'll say, is for the past little bit, it's gotten a little overcrowded because I come here for Hal Jordan. This is the Hal Jordan book. It's just Green Lantern. And then they have a separate title called Green Lantern Corps, which is supposed to be like everyone else. And Green Lantern has gotten a little overcrowded. There's a lot of other characters going on. It feels like Hal is kind of fighting for page time sometimes, but nevertheless, it's still really good and one that is worth putting on your pull list. At number 9, we got Red Coat from Jeff Johns and Brian Hitch. This series has been great. It's part of Ghost Machine. I love pretty much everything that Ghost Machine is doing. Red Coat is about a red coat, a soldier from the Revolutionary War that fought for the Brits that through circumstance became immortal and is now going on all these adventures through time and is really fun. And of course Brian Hitch is on art, so it looks really nice, and he's done every issue as well. He hasn't had a fill-in artist. That guy, he's a professional through and through. He's there through every single issue, which is rare in comics now, and it's really cool to see. And the first arc was like a big arc that really established things and like a lot of epic things happened. And then after that, there's just a lot of one shots where we see that he's like, we see Redcoat, Simon Pure is his name. We see him teaming up with random characters throughout history, like Annie Oakley and Johnny Appleseed. And like there's all these different crazy things happening. And that's where I think the book really excels. I like the multi-story arc, but I much prefer the one shots, the fun random one shots. I think where this book really shines. But now we just got into we're going to next week. Next week is when the first issue of 1909, which is the newest saga, the newest story arc starts, and it's great. It's been so much fun, and I highly recommend it. At number 8, I got Aquaman, which is from Jeremy Adams yet again and John Timms. And John Timms does an amazing job in this book, but I do have to say I have some trauma related to his art. It has nothing to do with anything he did. It's because he was sadly stuck on that horrific title, Superman Son of Kal-El with Tom King, which was terrible. So every time I'd see his art, I just get flashbacks to that horrible series. And I've slowly been overcoming it with Aquaman, and his art is so good. He's a perfect fit for this book. Jeremy Adams is really in his wheelhouse with this. It surpassed his Green Lantern for me because I really like his Green Lantern, and this has gotten even. I like this even more. It's really fun seeing Aquaman go on these adventures. It's very interconnected to DCU too, which is really cool to see them treat Aquaman as important as he is. It's going to be tying into KO with the upcoming issues, and it's really cool. It's a very violent Aquaman. The last one, he went against ghost pirates. It's been crazy. He's been going on some nutty adventures, but it is worth your money and your time. You won't regret it. At number 7, I have Adventures of Superman Book of El. Now, I tried to stay away from limited series for the most part because I wanted this, if people watch this video, say 6 months from now, if that's when YouTube throws it in your algorithm for whatever reason, you see it and you can still go and add that book to your pull. It's not like, oh, this was a 5-issue miniseries that already ended. Now, this is a limited series. Book of El is I believe, a 12-issue maxi series, so it's a little longer, and we're only 3 issues in currently at the time of recording this. So you still got a good bit to read, but it's so good I had to put it on the list. It's the best Superman book out right now. The main Superman title is pretty good as well, but I've been enjoying this a lot. It's only 3 issues in, like I said, but it's Philip K. Johnson getting to finish the big story that he set up with Warworld Saga and with Green Lantern War Journal. Everything that happened in those books is connected here, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. We're getting more of the twins that were sort of the replacement for John Kent that no one else has used but Philip Kennedy Johnson, but I really like them on here. But and Scott Godlewski is on art, and he's doing an incredible job. I think this is the best I've ever seen from him. I've always liked his stuff, but I think he's kind of taken it to another level in this book, and I love Philip Kennedy Johnson's voice for Superman. He really gets the character, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. And if you read that House of L Future States book, it's sort of connected and to that a little bit as well, and it's really cool. I'm so excited to see where things go. I highly recommend you check it out. Number 6, I got Geiger. I've talked about Geiger several times in the past. It used to be my favorite, used to be my number one. It's still pretty good, but I'm waiting to see where it goes with this new arc. And also, we've had some fill-in artists come in for Gary Frank, so that's dropped it off a little bit for me, but it's still S tier. It's still an amazing comic, and I still love it. And we're building up to the Unknown War, so I'm excited to see where that goes. But if you don't know about Geiger, it's just a post-apocalyptic book where this guy that had cancer was going to die, and then the nuclear war happened, and through that he got superpowers, and now he's the glowing man, and he roams the wasteland. And it's sort of like Fallout New Vegas ish, because you do have Las Vegas, and you have these like different factions that operate out of Vegas that are very much like Fallout New Vegas, and it's really cool. And they're all going and trying to pillage things for supplies and trying to survive, and the glowing man is causing problems, and he's conflicted and is constantly going through new things. He got it with this latest iteration, he got a new sidekick, the Atomic Knight, which is cool. And it's there's a lot going on, and it's really good. It's Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, so of course it's quality. And again, there are some fill artists that come in, which aren't bad, but when you go from Gary Frank to pretty much anyone else, it's a step down, obviously. But I'm really enjoying it, and it's great. At number 5, I've got Escape from Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna. I'm a huge Rick Remender fan, and this is his World War II comic, and it's really good. And Daniel Acuna's art style fits this world perfectly. It's Rick Remender, so obviously it's a very dark comic. But this one uses anthropomorphic animals. He did that because he said that he thought you could most people would have more tenderness for animals than they did if they were humans. So that's why he did it. And it's a little weird, but it works, and I really like it. You have the Axis are the bats. Bats are the Axis, and then the allies are basically every other animal. Our main character is a bear, but we see a bunch of different animals. And in the beginning, he's on this plane. And he's going over they have this goal that they're going to take out this thing, but also there's going to be civilian casualties if they do it, but they have to do it. And their entire ship gets taken apart, and our main character gets stranded there behind enemy lines, so he has to escape like the title. And these past couple issues he's just been trying to get out of there, and it's been really rough, but it's been great. The inner monologue's great. You get an issue sort of recapping what happened before, what got our protagonist here to fight in this war, and it's just been really, really good. Man, I'm really digging it. It's one that I don't see a lot of people talking about right now, but I think once it's said and done, I think a lot of people are going to remember this one as one of the greats. It's only 3 issues in right now, but it's so good. At number 4, I've got Rook Exodus. Now, this would be higher. The reason it's a little lower is because it just came back from hiatus. We had our first 6-issue arc, and this is from Jeff Johns and Jason Fabok. We had our 6-issue arc, and then they took a long time off, and now they just came back. We're 2 issues into the new arc. They took the time off because they didn't want to have any fill-in artists for Jason Fabok. Jason Fabok wanted to do everything, so I'm happy with that because I love Jason Fabok. He's phenomenal. And as soon as they came back, it's like, yep, it's worth it. It's worth it to not have someone not on the caliber of Jason Fabok draw this. It's worth it to wait for him because he's so good. But I've talked about Rook's Exodus before. It's amazing, and it's this sci-fi book where we're on a different planet, and you have these people called wardens, where they get these helmets that help them connect to different type of animals, and each of them have a specific animal that they connect to. Like one lady, she's connected to wolves, and so on and so forth. And it's really cool, and I really like the world building we're getting for this. And hopefully, after this new arc, we don't then have another huge hiatus, which I can put up with it if I have to. But hopefully, they're able to get things a little more streamlined. But the quality of the book is amazing. It's so good. At number 3, I've got Batman and Robin from Philip Kennedy Johnson yet again, and Fiko Osio is the new artist that just took over for this new arc. It is amazing. I am so happy with how this book has been going. This is the second arc. We had a big, huge arc for the first bit since Philip Kennedy Johnson took over. It was great. It was this mystery. And now we've got this new one, and Bruce and Damian are in a new part of their relationship because, Bruce and Damian have been kind of at odds for a while, and Philip K. Johnson did such a great job at bridging the gap between these two and getting them to understand each other a lot more. And Bruce is a much more tender father now, and Damien has opened up a new chapter of who he is. He's gotten more connected with his grandfather on Bruce's side with Thomas Wayne, and that's really cool to see. And that's sort of opened up new paths for him. And now they've got this new threat to deal with, because with this new arc, you have this guy called the Quiet Man that showed up. He got out of prison. We don't know who he is. He shows up. He goes to the Iceberg Lounge, and he wants revenge for something that we don't quite know what happened. And then you find out a little bit, and it's been really good. The Quiet Man is awesome. I love the dialogue for the Quiet Man. He's, as in the name, he's a man of few words, but he's kick ass. He's kind of like a John Wick type. It's been really good. I'm loving this. Is my favorite book at DC right now. It is the best ongoing, and I don't think enough people are reading this, because I see so many people talking about Absolute Batman, which is amazing. Absolute Batman's really good, but I think this book dwarfs it. I think this book's way better. Man, it's, if you're reading just one Batman book, it should be Batman and Robin. It's incredible. At number two, I did cheat. I will recognize that, because I put two books here. I put G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero, because they're both great and they're both G.I. Joe books, and they both kind of scratch different itches for G.I. Joe. So that's why I put them on here. The G.I. Joe book for Skybound, for like the Energon universe, I mean, they're both Skybound. The Energon book is from Joshua Williamson, and Tom Riley is the main artist, but they have some other artists come in for other arcs. And then on G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero, you have Larry Hama, and then you have Paul Pelletier and Chris Mooneyham, who switch off on art, both amazing. And they're both great. The Energon universe started not too long ago. We're only like 13 issues in or something like that right now, so it's very young and it's really good. And Joshua Williamson is firing on all cylinders. He's really in his bag for this book, and it's so good. If you're a GI Joe fan, you'll love it. Even if you're not a GI Joe fan, you can pick it up and read. And they've already got some nice collected editions out, so you can catch up real easy. It's so good. Now, GI Joe: Real American Hero is more for the seasoned GI Joe fan. If you're not a GI Joe fan, if you know nothing about GI Joe, you can still pick it up and have a good time, but it's going to be a little confusing because there's a ton of characters. There's a lot going on. But if you are a G.I. Joe fan, if you're familiar with G.I. Joe at all, you'll pick it up and you'll love it. Larry Hama has got his spark back. At the end of his IDW days, it looked really bad. It looked like Larry Hama just lost it. Like he just didn't know how to write G.I. Joe comics at all anymore. But it seems like now, it seems like he just wasn't motivated. It seems like at the IDW at the end, he just wasn't motivated at all. But now, with the incentives at Skybound and these great artists, it seems that he's really motivated to sell some kick-ass stories, and he's doing a great job. It's so good. I'm loving both of these books. We got two quality G.I. Joe comics out right now, and they're both worth your money. Now, at number one, I have The Sacrificers from Rick Remender and Max Fiumara. I'm probably saying his name wrong. I'm sorry, but he does a great job in this book. This I have to put on there because if I can only read 10 comics right now, I have to know how The Sacrificers end. It just came back. It was on hiatus for a little bit. I believe the last issue came out in March, and it just came back now in this past October right here. And it's so epic. It's this incredible world that Rick Remender has created, and you have these, again, animals, sort of like you have in Escape, except you have all these different types of creatures, and not just animals. It's all just different types. But our main one is a pigeon. Our main one is a blue pigeon. So in this world, you have these elites, these gods that take care of everyone, but in return, they have the people of this world, every now and again, they have to give up a child, but they know that they have to give up a child. Like, this is a part of the rules. So if each family, when they give up a child, what they do is they have the child, and then they don't give it a name. They don't interact with it. Nothing. Well, not all of them, but our main character, this is how the family dealt with it. This child was designated to be the sacrifice. So when he was born, they raised him in the barn. They didn't give him a name. They wouldn't let a lot of the family interact with him much because they didn't want to have any feelings or attachment to him. He was just a thing because he's a sacrifice to the gods. And then the gods take those sacrifice, and they get the juice out of them, and they drink it, and it rejuvenates them again. They're back to being super healthy and all powerful. And in return, they give these people sort of this great world. But it sort of, begs the question of just, is it worth it? You're sacrificing your children for this, but these gods are giving you this great world. Supposedly great, but is it really great if you have to sacrifice your children for it? So there's a lot of questions there. I think this is probably the most well-written thing Rick Remender's ever done, and I'm a huge Rick Remender fan. I think he's incredible, and I think what he's doing with Sacrificers is top of the top. Just sometimes when I'm reading it, I just have to take a step back. I'm like, man, he is really, really on one with this book, and I cannot wait to see how it ends. I'm so excited. It just came back, and it's that first issue back was really good. It's just it's worth reading. You should be reading. If you're not reading the Sacrificers, you can go get all 3 trades and read those, and then you can get the issue that just came out. You'll be all caught up, and you will thank me for it because it's so good. I guarantee it. Yeah, that's it. I had a lot of fun talking about some of my favorite comics out right now, but I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. If you had to narrow down your pull list to 10, what would you do? Or some of you probably don't even have 10 on your pull list, but what are some of your favorite comics, basically, is what I want to know. What are some of your favorite comics that are coming out right now? I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all later.
Hey, skinny boy, saucy boy, I be running to the bank. Yeah, you know I hit the gas in the whip full tank. Riding past the ocean while I'm listening to Frank.